Take it away, Chief.
And welcome to another episode of the POV. And you are with me, your boy B. And our co-host today is sitting on the side, and he can introduce himself and Usisi here, which is our visitor today. So, my brother, take it away.
Yeah, I go by the name Z. Of course, you already know. This is the POV when no one is ever wrong. It depends on the point of view where you are standing at. And today, we've got our home girl. In fact, my home girl from Epizana, but and Bamdina, who also introduce her. Sister?
Morning, guys. Igama Ngulusi Wagombali from Epizana. Yeah, that's me. I don't know to introduce more with this.
No, introduction, I know my boundaries. It's up to you how do you want people to know you.
Okay, I am, first of all, I'm a student of EPA in psychology and Zulu studies. I am a founder of Impondokazi Preschool and Impondokazi Youth Development Forum. I'm a coordinator of South African Arts and Culture Youth Forum, which is based all over South Africa, but I'm based on provincial leadership, yes, Eastern Cape now. And I'm also a part of Westville Poetry Nights, which is based in Westville. I'm an author of Umzila Tambo, which is a poetry anthology. Yeah, that's me.
I don't know whether to say uyiche yonke because I sis unazi benzothi unazi siqu kodwa ke hey man ayisisi introduction yakho hayi inkulu itshebile. So usisi Lucy uthi uyi-founder, lo ndivu founder, coordinator. Shukuthi kahle you are the right person for this show because recently we are interviewing women who are making difference in their communities. So you've made mention of ukuba you found a preschool.
Yeah.
Is it private or public?
It's a public preschool.
Can you explain how then you become a founder?
Okay. I started to fall in love with the young kids when I was doing a community development in Limpopo in 2016. So then I saw ukuthi abantwana bahlupheka kanjani because eLimpopo we were taken to the areas where kwakungekho isikolo khona. And we have to go there, siyofundisa abantwana, just to give them hope that there is still any chance to do izinto, even when unganama opportunities. There are people that are available around abangakuncedisa lonto. And that take me back to my community because I've been staying in the community engenanto bengekho isikolo back then because nami ndafunda kwi-community engaphesheya. And by 2016 there was a scholar, but isaphela ku grade 5 if I'm not mistaken. So yandithatha lonto yandifocusisa ku-community. By community yami ayina-library, ayina-isikolo, ayinantoni, and it is affected by teenage pregnancy. And abantwana abaninzi because of umthetho kahulumende othi umntwana akakwazi ukuphinda iklasi for 2 years or for 3 years fanele agqithiswe. It's an effect indaba yoba umntwana fanele aqale esikoleni at an early age so that ezothi xa fika kula grade arabe ekwazi ba even if kuthiwa makogqithe because abantwana abaninzi eSouth Africa and idobela ingumsebenzi omninzi for i-teachers aka-grade R to accommodate every child. So agcinenaka abo ngathi bahamba phambili abanye basalelele emva but loko ke ngoku beqhubekela phambili until umntana afike ko-grade 10 abone ba no, this is not working for me, I drop out. So I introduced preschool as a way of fighting a lack of education in South Africa. That was the reason behind preschool.
Hey, my thought. This is awesome, man.
I
This
know.
is awesome.
Firstly, we have to give you credits. That's one of the ingredients there. So where about Mnandisa? Funu was because my home girl, and now who's as business behind the camera so that I can ask as much as I can. So where about in Pizana do you stay?
I'm in Klaneze, which is an opposite to Kwandela.
Oh, okay. No, those who would be watching and they know abantu basePizana how we talk. I can pick up an accent. I know.
Yeah.
I know there's an accent. I just know what I want to get. This is my home girl. This is my sister sitting next to me. Says you tell me what Mbali. So
Yes.
that's the surname.
Yeah, it's my surname.
Yeah, the last episode we had Usiswa Bazana. So do you have to explain yourself over and over again? But no, Mbali, so
Indaba yesurname yami is a long story because most of the people think about Umbali means of surname yami means the rose gantis and history. So as you know by my question we don't have Imbali but it's Nekyambo. So when it's come to Imbali we are saying history.
Oh, okay. I don't want to digress and ask more on
Yes,
our
because now we
our
end up
episodes are usually just
Yeah.
Short.
So you mentioned Dobana, you've got a preschool. All right.
Yes.
So that's what you have done with your contribution towards education. And the Ibona and the history and me being from Epizana, I understand what you're talking about. So is it currently functional in preschool?
Yeah, it started to function in 2017 and then due to COVID this year things were difficult.
Yeah.
And again, I wanted to, you had an organization, right? I remember I did, come. She once invited me on an event, So me going there, and again, I think me going there is one of the motive behind me again calling you here. Because I felt like I was in front of everyone and talking, and I think a couple of women did cry while I was talking, and I was like, it means this community is there's a lot going on here, and for you as young as you are, being a role model to so many young girls, yeah, it's awesome. And how is the organization going, and how does it operate? Because I know there's someone who's out there who wanna start an organization and so on. Even
Our organization is based on fighting the issues that young people are dealing with in our communities. Like I know personally, but there are things that we go through as abantwana abancane, but we grow in front of abazali who are careless to see the pain that we are going through. Like I grew up in emizini yabantu because ekhaya the situation was very bad at school. So ngithathwe ndisiwe kulo mzi lowo, and I would escape kulo mzi ngibuye ekhaya, but still kuzofika omnye umuntu athi ayikhandiboleka umntana umama nikise ngami ngiyohlala, and there was a lot happening there. And into ebuhlungu uba akekho umuntu owayibona ekhaya sitting in front of osisi bami umama obhuti bami. There was no one noticing the pain I was going through indaba yokuhlala emizini yabantu. So that was the motivation behind ndiqalela organization, because we go through ezintweni ezininzi wesixa singamantombazana and abazali bethu are not noticing the pain that we are going through. So we are trying to accommodate abantwana, to give them a platform to speak ngengxaki abanazo, so that we know this one is this problem, and we can involve abantu baka social development to help here. We can involve abantu baka department ethile to help yabo. That was the motivation.
So now that you are already speaking on the foundation, and you mentioned social development, me being a social worker myself, I was about to ask you, how have you been assisted by social development?
So far, social development hasn't supported us because of the issue of the certificate of our organization. But we went there to present our ideas, and we gave them the presentation of our previous event, because our first event was on 2018, and then last year we're doing the second annual. So we went there with the pictures of the event Young 2017 and present the idea to them, and they promised to come to the event, but on the day of an event, we lost the Lomtero final bus. We tried to call her if only so that was it.
That's a bummer.
But then we've been trying to follow up because at the end of the day, certificate said to has to come from them.
Yeah. No, I know when you're registering an NGO, you have to involve what was social development.
Yes.
So you, I want, what is it that the NGO does, your foundation, what does it do to those children? Let's say do you identify children who are from foster settings, or what is it that you do?
We don't identify children. Like we work on Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, where we gather as a youth, and then we sit down and talk, and and share every pain that I've been through, and someone came out.
So in a
that.
setting of a support group in a way, so you're sharing your experiences.
Yes.
Oh no.
And that opened doors for other parents to come out and say,
you're sharing stories.
And there's one thing I noticed about them. Most of them, they have talents. They have talents.
So you also scout talents as well?
Yes.
Yeah. We are also encouraging the youth to live up to their talent.
Yeah, like almost. Then let us take us through to incwadi yakho that you've wrote. I've seen your book is good. Unfortunately, I didn't went to all ama poems that you have inside there. But the incwadi yakho ithi umzila kaThambo, like
Yes.
The name of it is very interesting. Can you take us through incwadi?
Yeah. My book is titled Umzila kaThambo. It's a poetry anthology with 27 or 28 poems, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I wrote the book in honor of Mr. Tambo because growing up eskolweni we have been taught that Nelson Mandela was the only hero who fight for freedom in South Africa. All other heroes are being ignored in education. So there was this time where I was invited. By the way, I'm a poet also. I'm a performing poet.
Okay.
I was invited in a competition, and they gave us a platform to write poems about Mr. Tambo. And I realized I know nothing about this guy. I had to go to Google and find information about him, then write something out of that information I could Google. And that is where I thought we all need to learn about, because I found a lot of amazing things as Nzileyo, as a hero. So let me grab attention of the youth to focus on other heroes.
Okay.
To study about them and know that the truth, that Nelson Mandela wasn't alone in fighting for freedom. So that was the motivation of writing that book, and also to encourage the culture of reading to the youth, because they are spooned of it.
So
like we're too lazy.
Yeah. Actually, I for one, I'm quite lazy to read, but I guess with technology, there are also audiobooks. So
Exactly.
I'm sure when Umzila kaThambo now also an audiobook
Yeah, in the
just have to
future.
listen. And hopefully we'll get a performance today, at least to know one of the poetry or the poems that are in that book. Hopefully. I'm just crossing my fingers. I'm just crossing my fingers for that. I've got ideas on how to make it spicy. That is for a later stage. Look, I myself am guilty of that. Mr. Tambo is, he is from Epizan.
Exactly.
And I do not know a lot about Mr. Tambo. I've read.
That was embarrassing even for me.
You understand. And now it's embarrassing because I've read A Long Walk to Freedom. And he has Mr. Tambo. Maybe it's a homework that I have to do for myself as well. At least he even has a statue, Epizana. I just pass by, drive by, and never really take notice. Hopefully, get from Umzila kaThambo, I would learn a few things from your.
Yeah, let's hope.
So I want us to talk more about Incwadi and your poetry. That's where I want us to be.
Okay. Getting inside of Incwadi, there's a lot that's going on in that book. What I tried to do in a book, I tried to explain South Africa before kufika umlungu and during umlungu and after. But it's not an after because even now we're still being controlled by the Belungu.
Oh, so it's a current.
So
situation.
I tried to expose how was South Africa was before colonization and how was during the colonization and what happened after they said we are free. So those are the poems that I tried to write to express in South Africa we were living a happy life, we have lands, we have imfuyo, we had everything, but then Kwafika Umlungu and took away everything from us and they introduced us to imali, of which is something that we didn't know. Besides about so they took away everything and then we were left with Mali. And then after that there was something called freedom. And after freedom, during this freedom, what I see now is that we are not free. We are free because we are saying in the party, mentally we are not. And we have been introduced to isn't as fun any crime just because of imali that Abelung they gave us. And I included also in the Christianity, internal religion, pagat. So those are the poems that I wrote on the book.
Okay, because there's quite a number of things that you can find in the book. I am tempted to say, we rather not include it up on POV, rather have a working relationship where you will have a setup where you're just going to discuss each and every poem. That's if you are open to it. As I've said, I've got ideas when it comes to that. But you've done a wonderful thing, to be quite honest, with you having involved yourself in initiatives that are not only beneficial to you, even though it is based on your lived experiences. As you mentioned earlier, it was because you were taken from one foster family to another, not through social workers, through your parents, because of your living circumstances. But through your pain, you decided to actually, heal others. That is a good story to tell. And I hope with this energy that you have, I know my hometown is not that supportive, to be quite honest, if I can say so myself. It's not really supportive. I don't want to close the doors of the future, but there are departments that you feel like they should be assisting you, but they don't. We even seek greener pastures in towns and cities like this. Me being from Ibizana, I had uncedo ngapha, but you're still insisting, you're still continuing. And for that, I'm saying kudos. So if you were to tell abantu baseBizana, I want you right now to look. So I want you to look, just tell us. Uba, what is it that you want abantu baseBizana? Bakuncedise phi? Bakuncedise kanjani abantu baseBizana?
I'm not the person who always want uncedo. But the only thing I can ask from abantu baseBizana is support the kids that are from your communities. If someone has a dream, make sure that you are not the reason why they give up on their dreams. They decide to let go whatever they are doing. So that's the only support I can ask from you. And we as artists, young artists, our parents have a tendency of you can't do this and you can't do this. If you have a talent, make sure you are the first supporter as a parent to encourage the kid to follow a talent yake. And also encourage him or her at least to get to grade 12, then focus on his talent.
No, I feel your point of view, especially also you do not like a handout. But I always feel, this is my POV, when you are doing something this big, you can't do it on your own. Or maybe you shouldn't do it on your own. You should make sure that as many people are involved, especially with a similar vision to yours, so that there could be continuity with Doyako, and it should be, there should be longevity as well. It should be able to continue long after you're gone, long after your spirit is no longer in it. Even no more and change. So that is why I want a strong message to abantu besebhizana. How do you want this thing to be taken from where it is to the future? So I'm glad that you've mentioned it. Nabazali should let abantwana be interactive with their dreams.
Abantwana namhlanje they are so clever, but abazali bacinezela just because wena njengomzali you never thought of this thing. So umntwana ukwazi ucinga into entsha la ekhaya, ukwazi ukwenzeka into kanjalo. So even for me doing a poetry, I've never got support at all. And ndaqhubeka ndayenza poetry. Ke mina ke ndaba nenhlanhla because the first day on the poetry I won the competition.
Okay.
First time stage, first day doing it, I won the competition.
Okay.
And coming back, tell mama ba no girl, the trophy up and the mali. I remember his smartphone some so call and the sting and ngalo mali.
Hey, my dad. Okay, go on, man.
And one thing I like about in Nenza, you take this thing because some of the parents, they don't even know because socially, abantu they know what this is. A child has to go to school, not to. So you take these things from other places and then you bring them in here to say, because some parents would see abantwana playing ibola, abanye acting. They don't see their children there. They think you have to pass by. So Nina, you are taking all those things and say, even if you don't have 1 or 2 or 3, this one is still an alternative for you to pursue ilandi career yakho. So yeah, yonke londo le. And you talking about lendo ye childhood development, ukuthi you graduate from, you know, teaching a childhood development.
Yes.
It means there is a lot that will come out of you. So we're expecting much from you, Sisi.
Yeah. Actually, I'm starting a scholarship right now.
Okay.
But now it is only focusing on applying, helping children to apply for varsity and NSFAS. I'm hoping by Zakula Edimali, application fee, registration until the tuition. I don't know.
Where will it be?
I started with Tingene University in 2017. Yeah, I started in 2017. I just post on Facebook and say if you need help with the application, just text me number and then
that's nice. So yeah, earlier on I asked you about we should tell people how would you like to be assisted. Now I would like you to just thank those who have assisted you. I believe there is a certain shop that has once assisted. Which one is that?
Yeah, actually I need a donator for the application fee. Yeah, I will.
Oh, okay, on 2 times. Which are
yeah. Like seriously, in my poetry, kakulu, that is why I get support from. And also in the event that I do, we do as a youth forum. People are coming there for free even near Kaya. So abantu bashiye indawo zabo and went to a community to motivate, to live hope. So we are grateful for that.
Okay. Thank you, Zizi. Thank you very much for coming through. I can see which you're quite nervous. I can see the movements throughout. But I know which you might be uncomfortable, maybe scared to clear up a student. But I know which when it comes to performance, that your second person comes through. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I would like B to end in good spirit. B, what do you say?
Performance. Perform
performer later.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much for watching POV. So we'd like to send Sisi Siyabonga kakhulu for coming. And again, when I'm sitting down there at home, we'd like to have you here next time. Yes, it is our POV. Thank you so much for watching.
Just in closure, I've noticed a lot of people are watching without subscribing. Please subscribe. It does assist in terms of getting more people to come in, as well as monetization. You know, we need a little bit of donations in terms of YouTube. With that being said, peace.
Peace.
Bye,
man. Asidleni.
Ndibolekeni ibhayike ndoqume amagxalaba am kuba lo mthwalo wam wobumbongi uyandisinda. Gxalaba lam elibanzi uphina kolisizini qubha kulo ayinadilesi kuba ndimazi uhlala phi. Ndithatha ixesha ndibhala le ncwadi ndikhumbule kanene kufuneka idilesi. Ndidla amathambo engqondo ndizama ukukhumbula idilesi yakhe kodwa hayi andikhumbule. Mhla igqibela ukundibona akandixelelanga okokuhlala phi ndiqhubeke ndiyibhale le ncwadi. Ndiyinikele koonoposi ukuba bayidlulisele kuye isimanga bandibuza umbuzo. Ithini na idilesi esiyakuyidlulisela kuyo? Ndiphendule ayinadilesi kuba ndimazi uhlala phi. Xa ufika kuye uzumxelele okokuba ndiyamthanda. Xa kusenzeka umbona uzumxelele okokuba ndiyamdinga njengebhadula ukufuna umthombo kanjalo ke nentliziyo yam ukumnqanelwa. Kanti nomoya wam uyamdinga. Into ekhuba umoya wam ukungakwazi ukumbona. Izandla zam zidyobhekile ligazi labantu endibabuleleyo kuba ndibabulela abantu ndakhupha iziso endingasazikhumbulayo nokuba zingaphi. Ndibavimba ithuba lokubona umhlaba kanti nelam ikamva ndibulele wena kodwa thatha le ncwadi uyidlulisele kuye nokuba ingenadilesi ke ngenxa yongamazi uba uhlala phi. Xa ufika kuye uzumxelele okokuba ndiyamthanda. Xa kusenzeka umbona uzumxelele okokuba ndiyamkhumbula. Uzumxelele okokuba inzima le ndlela ndihambayo ngaphandle kwakhe ndiyavuma. Izono ndizenzile ndikrexezile ndalala emaklabhini ndakhupha iziso endingasazikhumbulayo nokokuba zingaphi. Igwada nditshayile nalo. Yiyo loo nto ke namhlanje ndiguquka ndibhala le ncwadi ngenxa yokukhumbula ubube ndabenza kubo. Uzumxelele okokuba njalo xa ndicinga ngobube ndabenza kuye ndihlala ndinyembezana. Uzuthi xa ufika kuye umkhumbuze ngam. Hleze kuthi kanti sele ndilibele. Uzuthi ndithi ndakuva indlala iphango lihlasele ndivuke. Ndigqogqa umgqomo ndifumane iyababa nakuba sele imuncu kodwa sisubisa baba. Ndimemezeke ndityalo yababa ndithi buya baba. Ngethemba lokuba uzokuva aphendule imithandazo yam kodwa suke akaphenduli. Xa kusenzeka umbona uzumxelele okokuba ndiyamthanda naxa uthandazayo uzundibeke emthandazweni kuba mna ndisafanele ukuma phambi kwakhe. Izono zam ziyandimangalela. Thatha nantsi incwadi uyidlulisele kuye nakuba ingenadilesi ke ngenxa yongamazi uba uhlala phi Impondokazi.